Today we have joining us Jessica Levith, talking about dispelling the myth of sex and love addiction.
So now this is the great part. This is the treatment, right? You're going to have to tackle those core beliefs, right? That internal working model. You're going to have to slow down and retrain the nervous system. You're going to have to check in with yourselves and others, and you're going to have to have accountability. So they do have inpatient day treatment centers. Those are for, the ideal situation if you can afford that. I don't know if most people can, but if you're very lucky, maybe your insurance company will pay for it. There's the Meadows. That's a good one. Outpatient, individual therapy. Highly, highly, highly recommend that. Harm reduction, I put harm reduction, and I also put 12-step. These are two conflicting treatments, right? Harm reduction is just do the least harm to yourself, and 12-step is usually cut it. Just don't do it. I put them as two possible options because the recidivism rate is so high with this issue, right? People are going to relapse most likely, so they're going to need to be able to do it in the least harmful way. But also, what I'm feeling and noticing with my clients and with my own recovery was the way to treat this, if it's in the nervous system, is in the body. You got to treat it in the body. Even if it means they're coming into your office once a week and just sit there and you have to keep bringing them back down. But also EMDR, if it's developmental trauma, it might not work as well, right? Because EMDR is more for single instance trauma. But over time, EMDR can definitely work. And also somatic, and using the right brain, any kind of sand or art, really retraining the brain to bring the nervous system down. And as addiction evolves, so must the therapy. An interesting piece to this addiction is that you may totally recover from one specific symptom and another will pop up. I call it whack-a-mole, because it's just like, it's crazy, like how you can not have a problem driving down a street anymore, and yet you start gambling. Like something, it just comes up in weird, other unexpected places. And then, so 12-step, definitely helpful. If they're in 12-step, I would still highly recommend individual. If they're in group, I would still highly recommend individual, because you're going to need a place for that person to really kind of look further into what's come up with them.